Hello and namaste, friends. Mas here with my monthly update. Wanted to update you on so much going on, especially going into this summer. And as you can see, I've added this fun background to get us ready for summer and my upcoming retreat in the Bahamas. Very short but sweet in Nassau. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment, but I wanted to start by sharing with you a quote by one of my favorite yogis, teachers. He's a Swami. His name is Swami Ram Tirth. He didn't live very long. He lived only to the age of 33, but he was a massive force in the influence of yoga globally. And he did make it to the US in the early 1900s. I think it was about 1902, 1903, and he did teach here. This is the cover of his book. There is only one photograph of him, live photograph taken of him, and that image is in my book. I don't have it here, but The Evolution Revolution. And I had a wonderful experience visiting his cave in India many years ago. So let me share this quote with you before we go further. Whenever we are ensnared by the glittering temptations of this deceitful world and we forget Him, God, our Creator, in our own interest, He tries by all possible means to bring us back to Him. When we do not care to listen to His call, He sometimes causes different kinds of afflictions, woes, and worries to us, so that we may have no other alternative but to look to Him and surrender ourselves to Him after giving up our futile dependence on others and this external world. Wow, very powerful. And it is truly one of my favorite quotes because it essentially tells us that the world is our guru. The world is teaching us by the experiences that we're going through and the things that we're seeing in the world and challenged with. And so the world is trying to guide us and teach us. And that divine intelligence is there and it's coming through us, through the people that we meet and all of the things that the journeys that our life take us on. And so try not to forget your true purpose, why you're here, what your strengths are. Focus on those. Forget about anything else. And as you focus on those attributes that are positive within yourself, you start to manifest more of that positivity in your life. In fact, Swami Ram Tirtha also said, have, pardon me, have that joy for God and the divine in you right now. And the joy of success must gravitate towards you. And he's saying, don't wait for a period in your life. Don't wait for something to change or something to happen or somebody to come into your life, but have that joy that is the true nature of your existence, love and joy and peace. Experience that now, because that is all that is real. That is all that that exists. And, you know, particularly in the West, we spend so much time planning, 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 saving, 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 insurance, 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 and doing so many things for the future, but we do so little to enjoy the moment and enjoy the presence that is within us. And I'm reminded of how powerful nature is in that regard, and spending time outdoors. And fortunately, I do that a lot because I have a dog. Many of you know Nandi, and I enjoy seeing him outdoors. And I also enjoy being outdoors. But when you're out, today I was on a walk in a kind of a preserve natural area, and a red cardinal, beautiful bird, just flew right by me and then landed on a little bush not far away. I hadn't seen a cardinal in so long, and his little hairpiece went up and he was tweeting away. And then another bird came and sat kind of near him. And I was just mesmerized just to watch him. He didn't sit there for long, but it reminded me of the richness in nature. And there's just so many moments that nature can bring to us if we take the time to get outdoors. And it doesn't have to be long, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and even practice yoga outdoors, practice meditation outdoors, walk more. I'm often surprised how few people walk or ride their bikes. I think of many yoga teachers from my old studio in Los Angeles that would ride their bikes. I would ride my bike, and I'm still on that bike. I love being on the bike and outdoors and connected to the natural world. So I want to encourage you all to do that as we come into this powerful summer season. Remember that summer solstice is about to hit in June, mid-June, and that represents the culmination of the northern course of the sun. This is a very auspicious movement that is recognized in the yoga, Ayurveda traditions, because our metabolism is getting stronger and stronger as it moves closer to that culmination point, June 21st, 20th, 21st. And yes, the sun does influence our metabolism. Our digestion is much stronger in the middle of the day. That's why we don't want to eat late at night. We should never eat after sundown. And that bogs the metabolism. It makes it harder for you to fully digest all the food. And that gives potential for toxins to, lie dormant within the gut. So this is really important to keep in mind. So think about that northern course, that Uttarayana. Sun is moving brighter, and be aware of what's changing in you. What are you craving different foods? Most likely sweeter things, bitter foods, because body gets warmer, right? There's fires now in Los Angeles or in the valley. Things start to burn up. So yes, this is very typical of this period of time. And in Florida as well, the weather's very hot. And I just got an email from someone, actually a neighbor that was in New Jersey, saying it's warmer in New Jersey than it is in Florida. So yes, it's getting hot all over. And this is that time to pacify pitta and start to become more and more cautious around the foods that you're eating, avoiding too much spice, avoiding too much fermented food or fermented drinks, reducing or avoiding alcohol, of course. So all of these things play a part. And this is why we have to reduce the amount of physical yoga that we do in the summer. Why? Because you're much more flexible naturally in the summer without even having to do much. This is what happens when summer comes. So that means you don't need to do as much asana. You don't need to do as many postures. So adapt the practice, reduce the postures, maybe increase more breath work, more rest between the postures, more grounding postures that are more cooling, right? When you're closer to the ground, it's cooler. So this is important. And more twisting. It's really important because twist really alleviates excessiveness, excessive acidity or heat that's coming from the liver, from bile production in the body, and enzyme secretion in the gut. All of these things start roaring at this time. So twisting is really good. Chair twist, lunge twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated twist. And they're so good for us. You know, you can't compare postural yoga to pickleball or swimming. Those are activities, those are sports, those are important, they're good. I do them, or surfing. But postural yoga works on those internal organs. And postural yoga is something we hold. We hold postures because the holding brings us benefit, both benefit to our anatomy and physiology and benefit to the mind. It slows the mind. It calms the mind. Slower mind, calmer mind, less thoughts, more peace. So this is an important concept and an important aspect of yoga, but we forget. Everyone goes to these classes, they follow these cookie cutter, very standard structures. This is my brand, this is that brand. Get out of the brand and create a yoga and an approach to yoga that suits you, your constitution, your mind-body type. What age are you at? What astrological cycle are you going into? You know, if your moon sign or sun sign's in Cancer, well, you've got Jupiter that's been going through there and going into a very auspicious aspect of that now, especially towards this tail end in later next month, and it will kindle the sacred fire. The snakes become awakened. And we can feel it. You can start to feel it, but you got to learn your chart. You got to know your chart. And this is something that continues to fascinate me for decades now. And I think of my earliest teacher, Chakrapani Ulal, who was doing lectures and workshops at Dancing Shiva 25 years ago, and listening to him, all of these things that I've picked up and have been able to apply in my own practice, more on the medical aspect than anything else, because that's the aspect that I'm interested in, you know, trying to improve the health of every living being and helping people to do more to prevent. You know, I see more and more people in yoga. I've been recently teaching a three-part series in here in Jupiter Yoga, which is the first time in a long time that I teach a yoga practice with postures and breathing, and it's lit a bit of a fire within me, and I think you're going to expect to see me doing a bit more of this. I think coming out of my semi yoga teaching retirement. So I want to now put on my motivation hat for those of you that perhaps haven't done a consultation with me or haven't done a check-in in some time. Or maybe some of you have done detox or restoration programs with me in the past, and I want to encourage you to do those again. You have the booklet that you were sent. All you have to do is replenish the contents and do a little cleanse as we come into the end of this spring season. It's a great, best time of the year to do that. So don't let it slip by you. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. But for those of you that haven't taken time to explore your constitution, what is your body type? What is your mind type? Okay. What are the factors that are influencing your life and your health in this way? And these are some of the things that we will be exploring very deeply in the Mexico Wellness Program that's coming in the fall. Don't wait till the end. I'd like to know if you're genuinely interested in coming. For those of you that want to do healing and want to do Panchakarma, I'm saving you a trip to India. Mexico is much closer, and I've spent the last few years in this area of Playa Troncones, putting together a small group of truly remarkable healers. They've become dear friends as well. So if you're interested in doing the wellness program and doing the treatments and all of the recommendations that I will give during that 9-day experience, this is the event for you. It's a short flight away from wherever you are in the United States. There are direct flights. And you can do treatments. You'll have the eco-adventure experience. And there is nothing like this area, this very rural area of Mexico. Most people have never been to this area, but it's beautiful. And I spend much time there, as many of you know. So I want to make an announcement with that. We are offering, I don't believe we've put it on the website yet, but a retreat option, because we have some couples that are coming, and they've asked that if their spouses don't want to do the wellness program and all of the daily treatments, can they come and partake in the classes? Dennis and I will be doing lectures. He'll be giving us mini chart reviews, and then of course you'll get the Ayurvedic meals and all of that. So we are going to be offering a reduced price for the retreat for those of you that want to come and enjoy the community, enjoy nature, hike, surf, and reconnect with some amazing people. So that option, if it's not there on the website yet, it will be up there in the next day or so, and look for that. And we'd love to have you. For those of you that want a mini experience, you've seen this on the newsletter. I've got my upcoming and first Nassau retreat to Nassau, Bahamas, at the very, very special Shivananda ashram. I really look forward to being there. It's a Monday, Tuesday, and then a departure on Wednesday, 2 full days. You can obviously, if you want to stay longer, you can, but my portion of the event, which is going to be focused on longevity, will be those days. I'll be doing classes. I'll be speaking to all the participants individually, taking questions, and then of course enjoying the ashram, Shivananda's yoga ashram, kirtan daily. You're on the ocean, the beach, the water is clear. You can grab a mask and go snorkeling. And if you haven't been to the Bahamas, what are you waiting for? It is magical. Warm water, clear water, and spiritual community, vegetarian food. Oh, I can't wait to get there, right? Because I actually went to the Bahamas when was it? Actually last year I was there, and it was so hard not being at an ashram. I was at a regular resort, and it was not easy to eat. Right? The food wasn't tailored to vegetarians. It wasn't anywhere near to my standard. And not to mention the collective communities that you're meeting, or at the hotel or on the beaches, is nothing like being around a spiritual community. So I want to encourage you all to take this opportunity because it is very, very special. Just a few more things I want to share. I look forward to seeing some of you in California. I will be out there for some time doing events, and as you know, I move around a bit, but I will be in my old hometown of Ojai in the first week of June. So those of you that can attend my 2 talks there on Saturday and Sunday, please come. It's actually in Ventura on June 6th and 7th, but it's very close to Ojai, as many of you know, and I'd love to see you and connect and hang out. And then I'll also be in San Francisco at the very special Prana Yoga Center. It's just a lovely place, and they've moved into a new facility. So please take the time, for those of you in Northern Cal, to come by. I will be adding 3 more days to my stay up there, actually visiting some family. And so I will be doing consultations on the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday after the event. That would be June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the San Francisco, Castro Valley area. I'll be doing different consultations in different areas. So if you can make it, I'd love to see you and look forward to connecting with you on that deeper level. So last but not least, I want to mention that I am preparing to launch some certification courses, both again in California and in Florida. So we are bringing back the 200-hour yoga and Ayurveda program. Very timely and very auspicious to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Dancing Shiva. I can't believe it's been that long. And we are actually going to do it in LA, in Los Angeles, where Dancing Shiva started in June of 2001. And so we are launching that course, and some of old faculty are going to partake in this. And so those of you in the Los Angeles area or that want to travel there and take part of it online or in person, it's happening. 200-hour yoga and Ayurveda, the first, the one and the only yoga and Ayurveda program will be back. And I also plan on launching that same program in Florida, in Jupiter, Florida, which is north of Miami, a couple hours north. So for those of you in the South Florida area and want to get certified in yoga and Ayurveda, this opportunity will be coming up later this year. So take advantage of that. And then I am in the works of preparing to launch the 600-hour Ayurveda counselor program. And we are bringing that back as well after a little bit of a hiatus of I needed time. I've been writing a lot, and so that's going to be offered, especially for those that graduate from the 200-hour. That would give you the foundations to go into the 600-hour counselor program. And yes, you can take that course partly online. You're required to take half of it in person. And you can travel to the classes and attend those classes. So if you have any questions, send us an email at info@dancingshiva.com and join me and the many in this community that have practiced yoga and continue to live Ayurveda for the betterment of our own life and the betterment of our world, and help us to promote what I believe are the 2 most substantial, comprehensive, and time-tested systems for spiritual evolution and health. So many people are in health crises today. Chronic disease is taking over. And even yoga teachers that are practicing yoga, or even yoga practitioners that are going to yoga classes constantly, have problems with their bodies, broken bodies, not sleeping well, joint problems, muscle strains, digestive issues, sleep issues, on and on. And yoga may help in certain respects, but it's not going to help unless you understand your constitution, your prakriti, and unless you understand what diet you should be following, what oils and what herbal medicines you can be taking. It's an integrative approach, and self-diagnosing doesn't often work. Okay, so come to the many that have been trained in yoga and Ayurveda and experience this transformational practice, transformational lifestyle, and bring it into your lives, share it with others. It's timeless, it's perennial, it's universal, and it's more necessary now than ever before. I can't be more inspired today than ever before, 25 years later, celebrating the school and the foundation of this teaching of Ayurveda and yoga together. Cookie cutter yoga does not work. Those systems are continuing to fall apart more and more. And all systems and teachers and schools are moving to the integrative approach, just as India is today. India is in complete renaissance of this unity of bringing yoga and Ayurveda together. And it's so special to be a part of that. Please reach out. Please stay in touch. Let's connect. And I hope to see you soon at an event near you. Many blessings and namaste. Hari Om, Om Namah Shivaya. Peace to all of you. And let's do some snorkeling together. Have a great summer.